people, civilians, and training them on tactics. And again, the reason why I put this program together is because, unfortunately, our world is changing around us. You just have to watch the TV and the evening news and know that, right? If it's not happening locally, it's nationally or globally. So what my goal was to give civilians a little tactics on how to live their daily lives in the world we live in today. Okay? Do we have any military veterans in the room? Do we have any retired law enforcement or current law enforcement? Raise your hand. So thank you for your service. The reason I ask that is twofold. One, to give you recognition, and two, also to identify who in the audience is actually tactical training. Okay? Because the world we live in today, tactical training is very important. Okay? We can't prevent these things. We do what we can to prevent these things, but what we have to do is train on surviving them. Okay? And so that's what this class is built around, is surviving in an active shooter situation. We're going to get into the mindset of this Taylor, what he's thinking. We're going to get into the mindset and some tactics for the survival, which is us. Intelligence officer, still have a link with the Department of Homeland Security, and so I still get intel bulletins from DHS on domestic and foreign terrorism, some of the things we're going to talk about today, right? And let me just say this disclaimer real quick. This program is not designed to scare anybody, right? But when you talk about saving your life from someone imminently trying to kill you, i.e. an active shooter situation, then there's going to be some mentally graphic things we're going to talk about. But again, I apologize for that, but we've got to approach that. We've got to tell you what we think you can do to increase your chance of survival, okay? So if it's kind of gross, I apologize, but it's something we have to talk about to think about, okay? If you have any questions at any time, just raise your hand in a little dressing right there, okay? All right, so the topic for discussion today, improvised weapons. What you have on you in this group right now, you can improvise a weapon to save your life from someone imminently trying to kill you through those doors. Okay? Impact weapon, chair, purse. Well, actually, we're going to talk about those distractionary devices, where there's a chair, a purse, a backpack, a coffee mug, what have you. Okay? What about a pen? A pen? Nobody thinks of that as being an impact weapon, but it is. Okay? What about stiletto heels? Ladies, you ever wear stiletto heels or have stilettos? Not anymore, right? Not anymore, right? I get you. Okay, so I developed this program back in 2013. I told you that. But what I didn't tell you is that over those 6 years, I've taught this class to over 350 entities, whether it's a Fortune 500 company like Texas Instruments or FDIC, EPA, OSHA, IRS, Encore, Perot Museum, all over the place, right? And so, over those 350 programs, I've trained over 15,000 people, okay? And one of the things I'm amazed at is that international law firms, they're always wearing those stiletto heels, right? And I know if you're retired, like, I'm not wearing those again, ever. Okay? But if you ever have one, you can actually improvise that as an impact weapon, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. What about glasses? Glasses? Okay? You break the tip off your glasses, use that as an impact weapon, right? Now, if you had to use those against an assailant in soft tissue, where would you impact that assailant? Eyes. Very good. Because the eyes are a great portal to what? The brain, right? And so you just go in, exactly right. And so we're not talking in this class about totally neutralization. Mainly we're talking about incapacitation. You don't have to kill the assailant to incapacitate him where he's no longer killing people. Okay, so that's the first step we're gonna go to. So yeah, those are good things. Situational awareness. This right here, in my opinion, is the most important thing you can know, you can hear today. Situational awareness. Being aware of your surroundings on a daily basis. And that's just a very self-explanatory term, right? We all know about that. Just looking around. Just being aware. The FBI, a few years ago, did a study on rapists, robbers, murderers, and that sort of thing. They went to penal institutions, and they surveyed the people who are in jail serving major time for those crimes. And their question, one question to them was, what determined your victim? Why did you pick that victim out? 100% of them said they were not paying attention. Okay? So that is a very important thing to know. Be aware of your surroundings. So here's a good example, a local example. You ever know where Forney, Texas is? Forney, Texas, Forney. Now listen, if I start talking too fast, you tell me to slow down. We've got a little place start, so I got a lot of stuff to pack in here. So yeah, I live in Forney, so if you know where Forney is, everybody knows where Terrell, Texas is, right? Terrell, we know Terrell. Terrell has 3 or 4 really good Mexican food restaurants. You may remember this event back in the summer of 2013. This guy goes into one of those Mexican food restaurants. He walks in right inside the front door. They've got the captions on closed circuit TV. He's standing right next to the hostess. Okay? He's sweating profusely. His eyes are bug-eyed, like deer in the headlights, right? Doesn't say a word. She leads him to a table where she thinks he wants to dine with him that night. So she was going to see him. He does this the whole way. They get to a booth. The hostess turns around. He doesn't acknowledge her at all. He just turns around and does the same thing walking out. Pretty weird, huh? Obviously, what we didn't know they didn't know then, we didn't know now. Before going to that restaurant in Terrell, Texas, he killed 2 people. He went to that restaurant looking for his next victims. Did not find them. Left, did find them, and that night he killed 4 people. Okay? That could, if he had found those people in that restaurant, that could just as easily have turned into an active shooter situation. Now, let me tell you what, after doing this for so long and studying active shooter studies, I can tell you for a fact, once they kill one person, in their mind, they're thinking, well, I've killed one person, let me see how many people I can kill. And they'll try to kill as many others until they take their life or they're stopped by someone else, okay? Or a first responder or someone else with a gun, okay? So let's use that. We're going to talk about closed venue and open air venue active shooter situations. So we're going to use that restaurant as an example if it had happened. So what's the first thing in a closed venue, whether it's church, school, movie theater, restaurant, whatever, what's the first thing you should always identify? Exit. Exit, thank you. We all know that. And sit close to it if you possibly can, right? So I'm going to that situation awareness, I like to call something called tactical positioning. The military guys, law enforcement guys know exactly what this is. Position yourself tactically. Now, that became a huge issue when I started dating my wife a few years ago. Because I'm tactically trained and she's not, right? So the first thing we had to get through the first obstacle was when the hostess would see her with her back to the wall, right? Because that's where I want to go. Because I'm tactically trained. I want to have a panoramic view of the inside of the restaurant, the front door, the back door if I can, and know where the exits are. Tactical position, right? And so she would sit her there and I would say, Denise, I'm sorry. I also playing blind. I'm not being that guy, that top, you know, but I was playing blind. And so we got through there, right? Because what I would do was I would sit there and talk to her, and I would make eye contact, and I would scan the room, and I would make eye contact again and scan the room. And if you know my wife, we have this little bantering relationship. It started off early. That night, as a matter of fact, she slammed her hand down. And I said, "Yes, ma'am." She goes, "Hey, I'm right here." I said, "I know, I'm right here." And she goes, she got a show like that. I said, "What's wrong?" She goes, "Well, look at me." I said, "I am." She goes, "No, you're not. You're looking at me, looking all around." Because you know what she thought I was doing, right? Because in fact, she said that. She goes, "Quit looking at the girl there." I said, "This relationship is way too young. Give me a year and a half, maybe, I don't know. But no, right now, no, I'm focused on you." But so she thought I was looking at somebody else. So that's the second hurdle we had to get through was being tactically trained. I am scanning the inside of the restaurant. Because in a closed venue, we have 2 types of threats. We have the endogenous threat and the exogenous threat. The threat endogenous is already there, and we have the external threat that can come through the front door, right? So you have to be, no matter where you are, under situation awareness, you have to be aware, even in like church or a movie theater, like County or Colorado, you know, that sort of thing. Now, if you are in a closed venue, and I will say active killer comes in, because the active shooter part of that is coined by the Department of Homeland Security. But we're not just talking about shooting. We're talking about all kinds of mass casualties, mass deaths, whether it's a gun, a knife, edged weapon, a vehicle, or explosive device, what have you. We're talking about all kinds of mass casualties by whatever means they choose, right? And so, but DHC is coined the active shooter thing, so we're going to stay with that, right? So if someone comes in a restaurant where you are, may start shooting up or cutting people. Obviously, you need to get out to the exit, right? But here's how I want you to get out. You need to try to get waist level and below, okay? Because you're obviously going to know where the assailant is, the threat is, right? You're not going to know where the off-duty officer is concealed carry. You're not going to know where the LTC guy, plainclothes concealed carry is. And so you could be running through the kill zone because I promise you, when you're in a real gunfight, you're ramped up. Your adrenaline goes boom, spikes through the roof, and you're trying to neutralize this guy before he kills any more people. And so it's what we call tunnel vision. Law enforcement, Marines, you know about that. Your tunnel vision, your vision goes down to the threat. And so you don't see a whole bunch around you on the peripherals. So if you're walking through the kill zone of the good guy trying to take out the bad guy, then you can get hit with friendly fire. Okay? Long way of saying, get low and get out. Try to get low and get out so you're not hit with friendly fire. Make sense, everybody? Okay. I hope this isn't too gross yet. Okay, good. Okay. OC spray. OC stands for Oleoresin Resin Capsicum. It's a fancy term for pepper spray. Now, this up here, in my opinion, is the best thing you can carry as a means of personal protection on a daily basis. It's legal to carry, and it's not lethal. Okay? It is designed to affect the body systemically, meaning the entire body. Because what happens is, when properly deployed on the assailant, eyes, nose, and mouth, totally covering the face, the first thing they always do is lean over and try to rub that out of their ears and out of their eyes, which is great for you, bad for him. Okay? There's 4 distribution systems for that. There's the stream, the foam, the follow, and the gel. The only one that I recommend getting is the gel. And the reason why is because the efficacy range is from 0 to 11 feet. Okay? So it can go out. I'll use you for example because you're retired. You're retired shot. So if someone's assaulting you, grabbing your purse or whatever they want to do, the combat's close combat, between 2 and 3 feet, right? And so you got your hand on your mace or whatever you're going to use for defense. You can strike the assailant with your OC spray or mace as you're getting your safety gap and getting away from him and survive that instant, but you need to coat the entire face. Because what happens is, he has no control of this. When you get in the eyes, it's going to swell the eyes up where they can barely see you, if at all. The nose and mouth, they're going to breathe that chemical in, and it's going to constrict your esophagus, so it's going to be harder for them to breathe. And number 3, it's extremely painful. Has anyone ever had any of this or something like it on them? You didn't have mace when you were a police officer, right? Okay. So trust me, it works really good. Okay? Nothing's perfect, but it works really good. And the reason I like the gel is because the gel is designed not to compromise the integrity of the entire room. That's why security guards use them in hospitals. Okay? Because everything else hits. The follow-up, the foam, the stream spray is designed to compromise the entire room. This gel, it'll go out and hit the assailant, but it sticks like honey. Has anyone ever gotten honey on the fingers? You know how sticky it is, right? Okay, and it's hard to get off. This stuff is the same way. It'll hit, stick, and when it mixes with body temperature, it'll start melting into the orifices. It's very hard to get off. It takes about an hour of irrigation with water or saline solution. Okay? But it's good personal protection. I recommend you getting 2. One for your purse, ladies, one for the car. For the last 30 years, I've kept one in my vehicle because you never know when road rage is going to happen, right? We have so many vehicles on the roadway and not enough concrete, right? And so that's a big thing you got to worry about. If someone's bashing in your windshield at a stoplight or traffic because they think you did something, you can't shoot them with a gun, right? Because lethal force is not justified. But you can use this because he's trying to get to you to assault you, and you can't protect yourself, right? So this brings me to my next point, is that anytime you use any force against anybody, you have to articulate in your police report what happened and why your level of force was justified. Everybody knows. It's just fact of life, okay? So here's what you need to say. The bad guy did this, and I did this to stop the threat. Your whole intent is to stop the threat. Now, that's a big deal, but it's not as a big deal as when on non-lethal force, and it is with lethal force. Because it is in our Texas Penal Code currently that you can use whatever force you deem necessary to protect yourself from serious bodily injury or death. you and or a third person. But every use of force case is referred to what? Grand jury, exactly. And so that's going to be referred to grand jury. And so if you got in that police report that you did what the seventh did what he did, and I did what I did, just to stop the threat. My intent was not to break his nose, crush his esophagus, or anything like that. My goal was to stop the threat. Okay? Then you should be pretty good. Any questions on that? I know it's a lot to handle. Yes?
Where did you get that? And
Good question.
Dad?
Good question. This brand, now I'm not getting paid for them, I'm just saying, this Sabre Red Dot Gel. And this is the kind that I've always carried. I've never had an anomaly with it. It's never not worked for me. But nothing's perfect, right? But Sabre Red Dot, you can get it on Amazon. Oh, why is Amazon Prime? if there was an Amazon Prime, she'd be doing that too, right? but anyway, it is. You can get it there. Now, I'll tell you what. This is round, and this is about that tall. It's about 1 to 1.2 ounces. That's all you need. Okay. If you can get the bigger one, I would recommend getting that, just because if you're ever involved in a street level assault and you have to use this, you want to not use all of it because on the first assailant, because you don't know, there could be a second assailant. To use just enough to incapacitate the first assailant. And then when you determine there's not a second assailant, to go over the first assailant and finish out the can, right? Just to make sure the job is done.
Yeah, how long will that last? Is it 15 seconds, 20 seconds? Or?
I don't know exactly. It's probably just I would say 10 seconds. It's just going to come out with a high degree of velocity. That's why its effective level is like 11 feet. And so it's going to come out really quick, right? But I do recommend that you, when you get one, go out back, yard, upwind, hold it to the ground, do one second little test first, just to make sure it's working. Wipe the tip off, and you're good to go. Now, I said, when you mentioned Amazon, you can get it there. You can also get it at Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, Dick's, Cafe, some other those places, right? But they do sell the gel in a smaller container. I don't recommend you getting a smaller container, just because you want to make sure you've got enough in there to neutralize the assailant, right? Yes? No, you can get it on Amazon, you can get it at Bass Pro Shop, you can get this exact size right here. I got this one. I could go to a police supply store because I was a retired cop. You can get it this size exactly on Amazon. You can get like a Bass Pro Shop. You know what that is, or regardless off the 30. There's some over there, okay? In fact, do you have Lowe's? Some of the racks there at the checkout have gel. Okay. Now I don't think they're this size. They could be, but just make sure there's enough for the big one. Bigger. Yeah.
What's the name of it again?
Sabre, S-A-B-R-E, red dot. It's kind of hard to see here. Gel. Every one of them is going to have an expiration date on it. Generally good for 4 years. Okay. Yes.
Shelf life. You said you had
4
years.
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, the expiration date on here, it'll tell you when it expires, okay? But that doesn't mean it's expired. After 4 years, it may not be 100% effective, it may be 80% effective, and the propellant that's in there may be reduced, but it will still be effective to some degree, yes. This is about $18 for this one right here. Very cheap. Very cheap for what it does.
What's the size of that?
This is about 1 to 1.2 ounces. On the glass one. It'll say, if you do Amazon, it'll actually say in there. And it'll look just like that. Okay? There are only a few places you cannot carry it in, so I can tell you that. You can't take it to a federal or municipal court proceedings. You cannot take it to an American Airlines Center, AT&T Stadium, any sporting event. You can't take it there. You can't take it to an entertainment venue like Six Flags, that sort of thing. And you can't take it where? 35,000 feet. Yeah, you can't take it up there, all right? So just, I had to let you know that, okay? Because it's only 1 point something ounces, it's not, they're not going to like charge you with even having an illegal weapon or anything, a deadly weapon, because it's not a deadly weapon. So they confiscate it and you go in with it. Then they search you a little more, you know. But anyway, just know that, okay? Any other questions? Okay. Let's go on. We're not going to do the street survival hand-to-hand combat. Most of them are over in 30 minutes, 6 minutes, some of them 6 seconds. So they're very quick, very deadly, very chaotic. Columbine was about 28 minutes. Okay, so let's get to the mindset of the assailant. I told you we were going to do that earlier. There's 4 common denominators on every active shooter assailant. One is the obvious. They're not thinking right, they've got a mental issue going on for some reason. So they're not thinking right, it's not normal to kill people. So there's a mental issue going on. Number 2, every one of them are premeditated. They know what they're doing, where they're doing it, how they're doing it, and they have the means to do it. So when they come in, trust me, they are planned. They have a plan, and they're ready to do it. Okay. Number 3, 8 times out of 10, they will kill themselves prior to or when engaged by first responders. So the good news is that the average time frame, according to the FBI, is between 6 and 12 minutes. They're very quick, chaotic, and deadly, right? Unless they're trapped. So their goal is mass casualties, which we'll talk about here in a second. So generally they're fairly quick. And the 4th thing is that, that 8 times out of 10 they're going to kill themselves before engaged by first responder. So that's the 4th thing. Okay, so that's kind of the mindset of the assailant. Now let's get into the mindset of the survivor. The rest of the class is about the mindset of the survivor. The FBI defines an active shooter as one or multiple assailants aggressively and systematically engaged in killing people in a small, confined, or open area. Their goal is mass casualties, nothing else. Okay? They want to know their goal is nothing else other than creating mass casualties. The run, hide, fight part we're going to talk about now was put out there and devised by the Department of Homeland Security, which is a great plan. If you have a shooting, then get out of the apartment, get off the apartment, get away as fast as you can, and survive. Okay? So that's what we're going to talk about right now. Escape is first off, know your escape route. You have an escape plan, right? If you're in a building, do you have a tool you can breach a window? If the assailant's coming in this way, can you lock yourself in an office and breach the window and get out on the other end? Something like that. To be in a house device, right? One thing I did not cover on the improvised weapons part, we didn't cover, but I didn't cover now, is what about your fingers, your digits? Okay. I group those all in one category. I call them long, cylindrical, rigid objects. And so the pen, the temple, the stiletto heels, what have you, scissors, if you have a desk, you're at a desk, scissors, the old style leather opener, anything you can think of, so you can improvise a weapon. Okay? Don't wait for others. Hide. Where are you going to hide? You have a hiding and shelter place area already picked out here. Okay? Is it lock, barricade your doors, is it behind hard cover? We're going to talk about that here in a second. What weapons are in the room? We already talked about some improvised weapons you can possibly use. Turn the lights off, turn the light off of your cell phone, turn the lights off in the office, turn the lights off the cell phone, turn the volume all the way down. You need to have it on so you can text or call 911 if you can. You can save it. This is a good example of cover concealment. I can use that trash can right there for cover. I can use this island here for cover, but will it totally conceal me from outside view? No. So when you're picking out your shelter place area, it needs to be behind hardcover, totally concealed from outside view. Okay? Now, what is hardcover? Hardcover is even this. It's solid core wood. It could be hardcover. Steel, concrete, iron. Obviously, those are hardcover, right? Soft cover would be glass, office partitions, sheetrock, that sort of thing. So try to look around and see what can be hardcover. The first thing, probably the best thing is the door. Is your door steel or is it solid core wood? Is it lockable with a deadbolt, what have you? That kind of thing. That's what you need to do. Okay, so this is Mr. Cho from Virginia Tech, right? Everybody remembers him. 2007, he killed 32 people, injured 16 on the campus of Virginia Tech. We may have to be real quiet. I'm not sure about how these speakers are going to work, right? So we have to be real quiet. We're going to talk about Christina Anderson because she was shot 3 times. She played dead and survived. That's one of those school rooms, right? She was shot twice in the back, one on the foot, but she played dead. Now, what's significant about this video? She describes what happened to her that day. After she described that, she talks about the post-event recovery, mental recovery, how she is recovering post-active shooter situation. So that's very important to know if you're ever involved in one. This is kind of the process to go through. Clay or those are speakers. We didn't have time to do a sound check on them. Well, that's played this out to us full steam.
Why do you need to Why do you need to
It's all in, it's all in. Should be going quicker. Really?
Check the speakers, make sure they're external speakers.
PCM speaker.
Does he have a speaker on it? Is it
PCM
the,
speaker.
on the laptop? Does it have a speaker?
Well, yeah, that's what